Several weeks ago, I shared a video suggesting that it is a good business practice to keep politics out of your art business. And I delineated some of the reasons that I feel that's important, and I stick with that. With that said, it's hard to ignore the result of the 2024 election and to think about the impact that it is going to have on the world and specifically on the art business. I'm Jason Horsch, owner of Xanadu Gallery in Scottsdale, Arizona, and publisher of Red.blog. I've been receiving a lot of emails and comments on social media and the blog from artists who are concerned and artists who are excited, the entire spectrum. I have been in this business since the early 1990s, and if you think about that period, we have experienced a lot. The dot-com bubble bursting. We opened Xanadu Gallery on September 11th, 2001, the subsequent wars in the Middle East. We've been through the Great Recession, elections in which both sides of the aisle have won, a global pandemic, riots. It goes on and on and on. And the result of all of those experiences and seeing what happens in the art business especially gives me, I hope, a little bit of perspective. And if there is one thing I have learned, it's that the world keeps turning. And more importantly for us, art is such an important part of people's lives that no matter what's going on in the world, they're going to continue to seek it out and acquire and bring great artwork into their lives. And if anything, it becomes even more important to be experiencing that beauty and the peace that art brings during times of turbulence. Make no mistake that during many of those times, the art market becomes more challenging and difficult. And then there are times when the market is easier. Sometimes we imagine that certain events in the world are going to have more of an impact than they end up having. For instance, this year, we've been having an excellent year, bringing great art to our collectors, generating sales for our artists, including some very significant sales on the day after the November election, so on November 6th. And so ultimately, the question we have to ask ourselves is when things are maybe not going the way we wish they would in the world, or maybe they're going even better than we imagined they would, what do we do in those circumstances? And my suggestion is that as an artist, you would do well to keep creating, to keep expressing yourself, to focus even more on what's important to you. I would encourage us to keep building relationships. And I love the British slogan, keep calm and carry on. There is something about that attitude that panicking and worrying and living in fear is not very productive, and that if we can find ways to cope with challenges and overcome them, ultimately that is what leads to our long-term success as artists, as human beings. I'll grant you, it's hard not to be emotional at times. It's hard not to feel irrational joy or fear. But at the end of the day, we become more resilient and successful as we continue on. And really, what is the alternative? And so as I'm recording this, it is in the early morning hours. I'm going to head out into my day in the gallery. And I'm looking forward to the opportunities that I'm going to have to meet new people, to share incredible artwork with those people and maybe help them bring some of that artwork into their lives. And I hope that you will take a positive approach to your day and have a great day. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.